Come in, Leon. How are you?
Hi there, I'm well, thanks.
I'm good, thank you. I've provided you with a laptop which has your self-evaluation appraisal form in that you filled out for me and sent over, just so you can have a look on there and refresh your memory.
Okay, thank you.
Right. So are you happy to start the appraisal?
Yeah.
Okay, so how well do you feel you've performed in the last year with us?
Well, I think I've done pretty well so far at Net Porter. I think I've successfully completed my 3 months probation period, and I meet all the KPIs that have been assigned to me since I joined. Yeah, I've met them all with ease, and I feel like I'm a valid member of the team. I also stepped in and filled in as a deputy team leader for when our actual team leader is on leave or just absent from the role, and showed my leadership skills over the other warehouse operatives.
And when you deputise for the team leader, is that with their request or do you do it of your own accord?
A bit of both really. I've done both. I've had to step in sort of with short notice and just fill in for the role when something's popped up, but sometimes they've asked me to do it as well to cover on specific days.
Or would I say I'm right in saying that it includes you opening and closing the warehouse?
Yep, so I have had to open and close the warehouse. It was just the other week I had to open up the warehouse, get all the operatives in, give them all their tasks and roles for the day, and yeah, everything was planned and we achieved all the targets.
Lovely, and I completely agree. You passed your 3-month probation period with ease and you have met all your KPIs since joining. You've struggled on occasion with your attitude though, but obviously that's been discussed before after you had a few altercations with a few members of staff.
Yeah, that's all been settled now.
Yeah, so do you currently feel fulfilled in your role?
I do enjoy my job, but I feel at the moment it's just maybe a little bit stagnant. I've been in this industry for a long time now, it's coming up for 6 years. I just don't feel like in this role yet I've been given the appropriate level of authority or perhaps a chance really to progress. I've shown that I've clearly got the leadership skills that I need, and I enjoy leading the team, especially when we can lead it to success. I understand it is not part of my role at the moment to be a team leader or to fill in as I do, but when needed I've done so, and as you will see, you can see I've got the skills to fill that role. I've also done a bit of mentoring of the younger team members who are starting with us. That's also something I enjoy, and yeah, something I'd like to do in the future.
Great, we have had some good reports from team members, particularly those that have just started, so the younger members of the team. And I've seen that you've put in a lot of support and effort in mentoring and coaching them. However, a few senior members of the team have fed back when we've asked them to feedback before your performance review, and they've fed back just during work hours, and said that sometimes you lack vital interpersonal skills when dealing with senior members of staff. And it may be because you feel as though you have a lot to give and maybe you're not able to express it in your current role. But just so you're aware, I know you're looking to become a team leader at some point or progress. It would be something you would need to work on when seeking a team leader position.
Okay, that's fair.
Would you be able to tell me one of your, or a couple of your biggest challenges during your first year with us?
Yeah, I suppose the biggest challenge really is maybe, like you just said, touched on the interpersonal skills with other team members. I feel like they do a lot of extracurricular stuff, but I'm not really so much included. Perhaps it's because I fell out with a few of them initially. So I feel maybe just a few more work team building events or evenings or whatever we can really come up with would be good to help to run mix, myself included as well. Just hopefully repair that relationship that has been fractured slightly. Also, biggest challenge I would say from a physical point of view, that sometimes working in the shipping section and pushing and pulling the stock all day for a length of a shift can be very tiring. So I've ended up with a bit of backache after some shifts, because I suppose doing it for several hours, it does get a bit tedious and painful.
And in terms of just going back to your first point about the warehouse operatives not including extracurricular activities, Do you mind if I just write a couple of things down?
Yeah, sure.
What sort of activities have they been doing where you've not been included? Is it things arranged by work or just on their own?
I believe it's just stuff on their own, so I don't really know.
And in terms of the pushing and pulling products up to 15 kgs in weight, is it the lower part of your back that's causing you pain, or do you have any medical issues?
No previous medical issues. I think it's just maybe just the repetitive nature of the pushing and pulling when moving all the stock that sometimes gives me a bit of jip.
Since joining Netporter, you did undergo weightlifting training, didn't you, for removing boxes?
Oh yes,
part of your induction.
Yes, part
Yeah.
of the training. Yeah.
Well, we can put you on a refresher course just to make sure that what you're lifting is you're doing it in the correct manner,
Okay.
and just to make sure that you haven't got an underlying medical issue, we can send you to occupational health if you'd like to
Yeah.
see if there's any reasonable adjustments that can be made. Lovely. So could you just move on and let me know of any of your biggest achievements over the last year?
So I suppose the biggest achievements really in my last year here would potentially really how well I've managed to work with billet instructions. I'm very confident in my own skills and the work that we're doing. I've done it for many years now, and with this experience, I'm able to normally get the job done pretty fast, which is always good in our line of work. I work very well on the packing and shipment area, as again through experience, I'm very quick. I can always hit the targets that are set for me. So yeah, that's probably my greatest achievement, being able to work with little instruction.
Anything else? What about achieving when you've trained new members of staff? Do you feel that's part of one of your achievements? Or?
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, it's something I enjoy doing. So it's always good to see the new staff coming in and when they're being trained. So I do enjoy doing that. I say just the other week I trained some of the new staff members in the shipping and packing area, and now they're successful and valued members of the team. So yeah, it's something I enjoy doing, and people have mentioned before that put a lot of work into it. As I enjoy doing it.
Yeah, and we would completely agree with all of your feedback. We've heard that you're really good with the new starters. You encourage them, and they're confident in their role when they're around you. And you've met all of your KPIs in terms of packing, shipments, and receiving orders, and you've excelled all of them really. So what would you like to achieve over the next year? So in terms of setting objectives, I know you haven't come to the meeting with any set because you wanted to discuss them first. So have you got any ideas in terms of objectives that you'd like to set?
Well, the main thing I'd like to do really is to maybe see if I can get started on the team leadership apprenticeship. Is that something you guys can help with?
We could certainly look into the team leader apprenticeship, but as we discussed earlier, there was a couple of issues at the beginning of your employment here in terms of the altercations with employees and senior leaders saying that you weren't taking on instruction criticism too well. So once we've got a couple of them ironed out, we can certainly look into an apprenticeship and investing more in your progression in the company.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd like to have a bit more responsibility and oversee maybe like the packing and shipment area, because it's an area I enjoy. I think I'm fairly effective and a valued team member in that area. Perhaps I could shadow you for a day.
Yeah, not a problem at all. We could probably set that up after, let's give ourselves a 3 to 6 month period and see how you progress in your role as you're still quite fresh. And then we can definitely set up some shadowing days to help you on your journey of becoming a team leader. So I'm just going to have a look at my laptop and to summarise some of the feedback, some of the points we need to still raise. So, one of the objectives I feel as though would be good to set is just how you could improve your conduct at work and how your team perceive you.
Okay.
So this could be measured through feedback from the team after your mini performance management meetings, and we can set them every month and up to 6 months, and then have a final review then and see how you performed. Would you be happy with one of them objectives?
Yeah,
being
I'd be happy to do
conduct?
that. Yeah.
Also, previously we did discuss the number of absences you've had over the last year. So you've had a total of 8 episodes, 2 days at a similar time of the month each time. This is sometimes concerning when sickness falls in a frequent pattern, and we are required to investigate the reasons why. Your team leader has already placed you on a sickness management plan, and this plan will stay in place for 6 months, after which it will be reviewed.
Alright.
So another objective I'd like to set is to help you improve your attendance and to keep the number of episodes down to a minimum as detailed in the sickness absence policy, which I'll send out to you after the meeting.
Okay.
So do you want to just talk a little bit about your sickness absence? Is there any ways we can help you improve your rates of sickness?
I suppose it's just been a couple of times where I've just felt a bit down, maybe working a few too many hours and the overtime, perhaps just get a bit run down sometimes, but yeah, maybe managing, say, the hours I'm working to ensure I'm not becoming run down and ill, hopefully it would help reduce some absences, but other than that, sometimes it's just a case of luck of the draw when you get ill.
Lovely. So be more than happy to meet with you and discuss your back pain, your training for lifting and pushing objects, your progression and your sickness.
Okay.
So we could do that again just by putting you on a bit of an informal support plan to help you improve in your role before we can look at progression.
Okay.
So would you be happy to meet with me in a month's time just to see how you're getting on against your objectives that we're going to set?
Okay, brilliant.
Lovely. So are you, just to clarify, are you happy with the objectives that we've set in terms of your team leader development,
Yeah, definitely.
absences, and just to go back and double check, your conduct at work?
Yes.
Lovely. So just to wrap it up, I'll send through your SMART objectives via email by the end of today. If you could electronically sign them and send them back to me just to say you agree, and I'll send you over just a letter outlining what we've discussed today and when your next meeting is.
Okay, brilliant.
Lovely. Thank you
Great
very
stuff.
much.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye bye.
Bye bye.